Okay. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. Um, Let me set up chat because I have to do that so I can see what you guys are saying. Geez, where is it? Okay, found it. All right. Where am I going to sit, chat? I guess chat can sit here for now. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me or can't hear me or if I sound weird or anything like that. Let me know. Okay. Happy Thursday. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of different things. Um, Hi, Nessa. Nessa, let me know if you can hear me or if I'm too loud or I sound weird or anything like that, please. You can hear. Okay, cool. Clearly, though, right? There's like no weird noises or anything like that. Hopefully not. It's slightly quiet. Okay. That's not quite what I'm aiming for. Let me see here. No noises. Okay, well that's good. Hmm. Quiet is not what I'm going for. Maybe if I just, no, I don't want to put that there because it's a magnet. Hi, View. Okay, I guess I'll just sit it there. So I got like this new microphone thing. Um, this. Yeah, it was I was moving the microphone, so it was probably um a lot of static because I have it's very tiny. Um, I'll show you guys. It's very tiny, and it came with there's two of them. So I have one clip to me, which should be picking up sound, and then I have the other one right to my left, just in case I need to turn and pick up something or whatever. Um, yeah, I got a little donation for because there's been people telling me, "Oh, you're too quiet, you're too quiet, you're too quiet," and I'm like, "Listen, I record from my phone. I don't have a microphone. I have a soft voice. I've had COVID 3 times, so my voice is shot anyway, and it is what it is." So I had someone message me and they said, "Listen, um, do you mind if I send you a donation and maybe you can get a microphone? They have the ones that clip to you." So I was like, "Yeah, all right, sure." Because y'all keep, "Oh, you're quiet, you're too quiet. Can you turn it up? Speak louder." And I'm like, "No, I can't speak louder. That's the issue." So, um, testing out a new microphone, which is like one of the main reasons I hopped on today, to test it out. So hopefully now you guys can hear me clearly and loudly, and I know you guys just want to hear, but I can't help it. My voice is shot. So now hopefully this is better. Okay, bunch of things today. Um, for starters, in my last live stream, I showed that I had the Ohuhu fine liners and the Bianyo, I don't know, Bianyo liners. and sepia. And first of all, these Ohu ones, amazing. Love them to death. So I know I'm gonna use these and run out of these. These are really good too. Um, they don't feel cheap. They don't feel scratchy. Uh, I've used them both already. I used um yeah, that was nice of them. It really was. I guess they said, girl, I'm sick of listening to your videos and I can't hear you or I have to turn you up, but can't help it. So this one is the Ohuhu one I used, and it didn't smudge. It worked great with my paint pens. It went right over it, no problem. It was so smooth. And this is the liquid ink ones. So you can kind of like see the ink in there. So smooth. Um, and then the brown one I used, where did I use that one at? I think I used the brown one over, did I use brown for this one? Yeah. I used brown to outline miso and bow. And same thing, it was smooth, especially since I was going over this gouache. It was still smooth. It didn't skip, it didn't smudge, it didn't do anything weird. So I do like both of them. And they came in different sizes too. For the brown one, I think I was using the 03. Yeah, this is the 03. If you guys can see, not really because it's a glare. And then for the Ohuhu one, because it's liquid, it comes out a little thicker than I think what it should be. So I normally use 03, but I had to go down to 01 because the 03, when I tried it, it was kind of thick. And so like this is a 05, I believe, or 04. And the one I used here is a 03, which is, no, 01, which is just slightly thinner than the one I just showed you. It's only slightly thinner, but this is a 01. This is about the size of a 03 in my Copic. So, but because this is liquid, it comes out a little thicker. I went down. So if you get those, be careful because it comes out way thicker than it's supposed to. Hi, Amy. View said that's how I felt. Yeah, but I can't help it. Um, and my voice was semi okay. I mean, I do have a soft voice naturally, but I was able to speak louder. Like if someone's like, "Oh, I can't hear you," I was able to speak louder. But COVID did a number on me, you guys. Listen, it messed up my sense of smell. I can't seem to talk for a long time anymore. And I got it 3 times. And that weird respiratory COVID thing that was going around, I end up catching that as well. So yeah. And now they told me like since I had it, like I'm more likely to like catch colds and get sick more often. And that is exactly what's been happening. And I'm like, man. And they said that is a new strand out, something called razor burn throat or I don't know, something crazy. And I'm like, where's this stuff coming from? I don't know. But anyway, these two, yeah, it's called, I think it's called like razor burn throat or razor throat or razor something. It was like they said that you get like this sharp stabbing or burning sensation in the back of your throat or something when you wake up. I don't know. I seen it for like a split second and I read a little bit and I was like, nope, let me get off of here because I don't want to jinx myself because it'll be me that wake up with that nonsense. So I switched off. So I didn't read the whole article. But I'm sure if you Google like, COVID razor throat or something, it'll pop up. No, it doesn't. It does not sound fun and I do not want it. So I clicked immediately off. I was like, no, thank you. Um, so yeah, so these are really good, both of them. I really like the Ohuhu ones. I use the brown ones like when I want a softer, not so bold line. So when I did this one, it doesn't just kind of pop out at you, but it's just enough to kind of separate because he's all white. So he always needs to be outlined with something. And this one isn't finished. I still have to do finish the spoon and the little cherry. I wanted to do some metallic. I need to finish the cup and the collars of their shirt. And I'm not putting too much effort. Well, I'm putting effort, but I'm not spending a lot of time on each one of these because it's supposed to be like a learning thing. I want to kind of learn from each image, take something from each one and move it over to the next. And so far, my favorite part is the seat. The seat is my favorite part so far. And probably I like how I did the glass. I mean, you can tell it's a milkshake glass. So as long as you can tell what it is, I'm okay with moving on to the next image. But I need to finish it though, because it's not complete. So I do want to do that because I want to at least complete each one. Like this one's completed and this one's not done yet. But this is just the cover image. And then this one, I'm getting around to it. But yeah, I want to fill this up with those. So might work on that. I might actually get some paint or some grease or something on this so it's very lived in already. Hey Taylor. So all right, so today, well, I mean, I'm still, we're still going, we're still going. Also, the pencil that I showed in my last haul is amazing. Also, this is the Sumo Grip and it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. I couldn't tell you what I did with my other pencil. I've been looking for it for 2 days and I can't find it. It might be in my work backpack somewhere, or maybe in another backpack that I took when I went out the house. But I don't know where it is. But this one is very comfortable. It has like a nice little grip on it, and the eraser is nice. I've actually been using the eraser. I know I shouldn't. I should have checked to see if they had refills for it first before I just went in and started using it, but I do like it. Um, I like it better than these. Once I use these up, I'm gonna get another. Um, who else up in here? Taylor. um, I'm gonna get another one because I don't really like this one. It erases, it does the job, but it feels like scratchy. It's not as smooth as my other erasers. So I want to get another one, but I want to use them up first. I have like this thing came with so many refills, but I want to at least use up a couple before I get another one. I really like the one I got from Daiso, but I've not been able to find it since I got it. Since I got one, I should have got more than one, but I broke it. So I have like the eraser and the refills for it. Um, but I broke the actual holder. So like the part that you twist here at the bottom, um, to like put the eraser in, it broke. Like I can see there's like a little crack in it. So I mean I could like tape it or super glue it. That's kind of ghetto. So and I even tried to like put the erasers in here, but they're too small, so they don't fit. Um, so that kind of sucks. I still try to use it, but then it just breaks and keeps breaking. So I said I need to stop. Um, yeah. So anywho, what else? Oh, I finally set up my Stay Wet palette. And I did it last night. I haven't put anything in there, but I did. It's moist still. Um, I haven't actually put anything in there yet. Is that one piece of paper or two? I might have soaked two. It looks like two. It's supposed to be one, but hey, if it's two, it's two. That's fine. Um, it's nice and moist. I haven't put anything in there yet, but I do want to swatch this acrylic silver. I haven't swatched it yet because I was waiting on you guys. Also, when I went to the post office, and it annoyed me so much when I went there. My paint wasn't there, and then when I got home, he got an email saying that something was at the post office for me, and I said, I guarantee you, that was that paint, and it got there right after I left. So I'm like, so I'm probably going to I'm gonna have to either figure out a way to go back before work, just leave a little early, or next week when I go back to the post office. I was so annoyed. I was like, because when I went and picked it up, it was just like a bunch of like, random junk mail and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, that's not what I'm waiting on. And I'm like, well, I said it'll probably be here one day this week because our mail people are yeah. So I was like, it'll be here one day this week. Not worried about it. And we get home, maybe like a couple hours later, he's like, oh, I got the USPS notification or whatever. And he was like, you got a package or something? And I'm like, I know you lying. I just asked those people that question. So, yeah, I was like, I just asked them if that package was there. And he was like, they probably just got it. And I'm like, all right. Because the post office is the one, and I don't know why they do this, but the post office that is not near my house, that's our post office. So that's where they send our stuff. So it's not close. So I'm like, you alls waited until I got home and was like, okay, your package here now. Like, I don't know. I was annoyed. I was like, all right, well, um, I'll have to grab it either next week or one day this week. I'll have to grab it. No, that's exactly what I'm talking about. When I went there yesterday, it wasn't there. And then when I got home, like a couple hours later, I got a message that it was there. So, gonna have to go back, but I'm either gonna go back, like I said, one day this week before the week is out, or it's gonna have to wait until my next off day again, because it's almost impossible to do anything. What do you call it, on a work day? I do not have the energy or anything for that. I need something bigger than this. Why am I trying to use this? Hold on. Let me just grab something. What was I using last time? I think I was using like a little flat one. Yeah, I was annoyed. I was like, man. And then I asked the lady too. I was like, can you double check? And she was like, all the mail that we have, that's it right there. And I'm like, can you double check though? Because you guys are like not far. I mean, you guys are not close. And she went to the back, but she came back like super fast and was like, it's nothing there. I was like, all right. And I guarantee you, she waited until after I left to go check. I'm like, the nerve of y'all. Because I know next month is like watercolor month, and I want to play with them. So, but I'm gonna have to go. Probably what's tomorrow? Friday. If I don't go tomorrow, then it's gonna have to be like Monday or something, because I don't think they're open on the weekend. That's why, and that's another reason. That's another reason it's so hard for me to get down there, because I'm not off on the weekend. I work. Well, I don't work on Sundays, but I also work throughout the week. So it's like Wednesday is like really the only day I can go down there and pick up mail. So yeah, they are rude. And the lady was rude. I'm like, ma'am, I mean, if you don't want to look, I can go back there and get it myself. Like, I've been waiting on this anyway, and y'all playing. Like, I want my paint. And just because I know it's going to be good paint, and I know that, first of all, it's purple. Okay. And you playing with my purple. And I'm like, you guys need to have a better system. I mean, if it really, honestly, truly did get there after I got home, then okay. But honestly, I feel like she just didn't want to look. But it is what it is. I'll probably go before work. um, Girl, oh Taylor, stop! Don't be extra. No, see, I don't drive, Taylor. So, yeah. But anyway, there's the silver. Taylor, I'm gonna pull out my belt. Don't you start. Right. So this is the silver. I need to write. This is actually a really nice silver, and I didn't even put it on like completely straight out of the tube. I did mix it with a little water, so that's pretty cool. Let me write um the info on the back. But yeah, um, you know, I don't know why, because we have a post office literally down the street from me. It's walking distance. And I was really hoping that that's where they would send our mail. And what series is this? Okay. Um, but no, they send it. I guess they were saying something like, "Oh, it's based off of the zip code or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, but this one's like down the street, literally down the street. Like, it may be 2 blocks, maybe. It's probably like a full block, and then make like after that full block, after I cross the street, it's like right there in that parking lot. So I'm like, maybe like a block and a half. But I'm like, um, why can't I use this one? Or why? Because they're tearing up our mailboxes. Why didn't you talk to that post office and figure out a way to send our stuff there since it's closer? Not way across on the other side of town somewhere where nobody can access it. And then it's like off this little mini freeway. So it's also hard to get in there. It's just inconvenient. It's so inconvenient. I hate it. Um, and then every time I ask, the apartment here, like, hey, when are you guys gonna fix the mailboxes? Nobody has answers. So I'm annoyed by it, really. But yep, anyway, so those are my two metallic colors that I have. This silver is popping. Y'all see that? I might use that on the spoon in that anyway. Yeah. Yeah, bubbles don't pair. Yeah, I know. Taylor just being Taylor. Yeah. No, it's nothing I can do about it. You know. I mean, I could have smacked her, but I probably would have went to jail because that's federal time, and I don't want to do that. So when I notice people are like that, I just be like, okay, I try not to put too much energy into people like that because the old me would have caused the scene in that post office, but not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I did make my way into this sketchbook. This is, I'm calling it my learning sketchbook. So I did like a little cover page, the start date, end date when I do finish it, and then like my goals and stuff. Um, and then I skipped this page because this page is weird. Oh, I know what you meant, View. But I really felt like I wanted to smack that lady because she was like rolling her eyes and she didn't want to be bothered. I'm like, it's not even that many people in here. These people behind me can wait. But this paper is weird. I mean, not the paper, but this first page is weird because it's like glued together or something. So I skipped that. And then I did a page with like some vegetables. So I drew Miso's grandpa. That's Grandpa Soup. And I just did like some vegetables that I think would be on their farm. And I really like how that carrot turned out. But I was just kind of testing. This was like kind of my test page. So I did my paint markers, of course. I did water-based markers here and also here on the carrot. And then I did alcohol markers on the box and watercolor on the P down here. And or gouache. I don't even know which one I used. I think it was watercolor. Don't quote me though. So I was just testing it to see kind of what went through. The water based markers went through if I put a lot of layers on it, which I did. And I used those Ohuhu paper friendly markers. Um, they're not paper friendly. Don't let them lie to you. And of course, the alcohol marker went through. And then I noticed when I used water, it is going to buckle. I didn't even put a lot. So water is probably not something I'm going to put in this book. But this is, people call it like, some people call it like a messy sketchbook. But I don't want it to be, I mean, it's probably going to be all over the place, but it's not going to be messy because I'm going to be like trying to learn how to draw certain things, like little elements and stuff. So this page was like vegetables and stuff I think would be on their farm. Definitely carrots. Um, Miso's not a fan of vegetables. He doesn't like vegetables. He especially hates carrots. So I made a note of that. And I made a note of the delivery boxes and um, just like little notes. But I might just do one side of the page if I am going to do like water based markers and stuff like that. I'll probably do one side of the page, or if there's like space, like up here, there's space, then I'll put something up here. But I'll probably just do one side. This paper is, I mean, they give you a lot. It's kind of like the Ohuhu one. They give you a lot of pages. I think you get 80. So but I did make my way into it. Girl, you better leave them post office people alone. I know. And that's why I said I will go to jail, federal time on top of that, because it's a federal building. But I mean, make it make sense. And really, I can't get mad at the post office people, but I can get mad at this lady sitting in this office down here at this apartment not doing her job. So, and I don't want to go back down there because if I go back down there and ask her something and she says something that's not along the lines of, yes, we're working on it, here's an update, then I'm going to be annoyed, I'm going to be upset, and she might get told off. So I haven't made my way back down there. It's okay. I'm just going to continue to be patient until I can't be patient anymore, and then we're just going to leave. So, but don't ever think I'm not excited for anything that you or anyone else sends me, Taylor. I'm always excited, especially for art supplies. So don't go there because I'm gonna pull out my belt. Now, I'm also happy about how this little strand of wheat turned out. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but I was like, how do I want to draw like wheat? So I looked up a picture and it came kind of close to the picture, I think. I tried to draw an onion here and it came out kind of weird, so that one might not get colored. The little broccoli came out kind of cute. I don't know though if um they're gonna have broccoli on their farm. Maybe. Um I wanted to draw a potato because I think maybe they'll have potatoes too. So like really cool. Like definitely carrots, definitely tomatoes. And they do other stuff too, like like milk because they have cows and stuff. So um yeah, I did. I was so happy with the carrot. It came out so good. Um and I used water based markers, and the water based markers, like I use like a neon one for the base and then I went in with some other stuff. But those Ohuhu ones, yeah, they're still kind of, I hate to say it, but they're crap because they tear up your paper, and it was already like going into my paper and it was like coming up, and I'm like, these markers is terrible. So they say paper friendly, but they're really not. And I really wish that they didn't call it that because they're really not. They are really not. Those markers are the bane of my. And I think I tried them in this one, and they blend nice, right? But they tear up your paper, and I don't like that. Like if I was really to do a whole illustration with those, that whole paper would be tore up from the floor up. So I did this one at the top here, and those are the Ohuhu paper friendly markers, right? And they blend nice, and the colors are nice and pretty, especially on white. But they were going through the paper, and then on this side, they were kind of like tearing up the paper. And then I used them on another, I used them on something else too. I think it was in here. Let me see if I can remember what I used it on. But they went through, and I'm like, ugh. And then the paper was like, I know what I did. Right here, I was testing them. I was trying to see if like they can blend and stuff. And it almost feels like the paper is smooth, and then when you go over the marker part, it's like a little divot, almost like it was trying to put a hole in it. And then if you see there on the orange, it's like you can tell where like you try to blend and the paper is like, it's almost like you wet a newspaper and then you stick it on something. That's what it looked like. And then it it went through there, not this part, but it went through right there. And I was like, yeah, no. And I haven't found anything to use them on where they aren't tearing stuff up. And I'm like, well, so I thought, I don't think I used them in here after that because I was kind of annoyed with it. Yeah. Um, I didn't use them after that. So I thought, okay, well, maybe this is different paper, different sketchbook. Maybe they'll work in here. No, they didn't work in my coloring book either. I tested them on, what book was that? I did like a test page, and I think it was like in what was it? Maybe fairy tales? I don't know. But I'm so glad that I did it on a test page and it was like nothing important behind it because they bled right through. And I was like, wait a minute, this is thick, good paper. Why are these water based markers bleeding through the paper like alcohol markers? So I was like, no. So I tried it on here and they still went through, and I don't know what to use them for. So I just put them back up. But um, this part was Crayola Super Tip, and I think my Stedler water-based markers. This one was Crayola. So I'm like, okay, the Crayolas are fine. So if I want to use water-based markers, then I can use my Crayola, my Stedlers, anything but those Ohuhu ones. So I'm still testing different stuff out on this page. That's why it's not completely colored. I might erase this weird onion looking thing, and I'll probably put a potato there. I'm not sure yet. But um, yeah, I did the little P down here too. This one was I want to say watercolor, but don't quote me. Yeah, I use my Gansai Tambi for these. Oh, markers don't work for you. Yeah, I mean, I mainly use them for a base, or I'll do something like this sometimes. I don't really blend with them. I'll try to like blend sometimes, depending on what it is, but I just use my markers for base as a base. So I was annoyed with the Ohuhu one, so I was like, whatever. So I just kind of went on and did that. So I want to do a page of, I want to try to do a page of just other things. Like I want to do another farm page. I'll probably try to do some farm animals or something. Um, because I kind of want to do like keep it. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It depends on what I'm feeling like. Because I want to do one of trees too, and potions. I haven't done that yet either. But lots of space to figure it out and practice in this book. And this is the art creation. This is the Royal Talents. I keep saying Royal Talents. I don't even know if it's Royal Talents. It just says Talents. Oh, it is Royal Talents. Okay. But on the front it just says Talents. But anyway, this is our art creation sketchbook. I think it's only like 94 pounds, so I'm not putting any water in here. Probably mostly pencil and pen work because it's my learning book. And then I pulled this one down because I was watching this lady. Her name is Eva something. Crap, what was her YouTube name? I forgot. It's Eva something. She draws like cats and paints them with watercolors. The name is escaping. Eva Bolt. I think it's Eva Bolt. What she does, and I was watching like a couple of her videos where she would like try out different watercolors and stuff. And so she would like swatch the watercolors or whatever it is she's using. Mainly watercolors. I think I've seen her do a few like with gouache, but she's mainly like a watercolor artist. So she and her cat artwork is so cute. But she'll swatch and then she'll do like a little illustration with whatever it was she swatched with. And I think I want to use this book for that. So this is like my swatch book. But I do want to get another one like this. And if I like this, then this will probably be like my main watercolor sketchbook. But I'm going to use it as a swatching one first. You could do same with water brush and those dyes. What dyes? I actually don't have any dyes. I don't use ink in dyes. So I have like watercolor, gouache, acrylic gouache, markers, stuff like that. I don't have any dyes. That sounds like that stuff stains your fingers. So I want to use this for that. But I think because this first page, and this is what I'm talking about with these books, they glue the first page to like this. So you have like this, I guess, protector page that kind of protects that first page, but then they glued the binding of that first page to this protector page. So it lays weird. So I might make this my test page, but I'm like, well, that's kind of the purpose of the book. So I might skip that page and then start on this side. Oh, water-based markers are dye-based. Yeah, but I feel like if I, like in that book, I don't want to add water because it'll buckle pretty bad. It's only 94 pounds. I'll probably try it in another book with maybe thicker paper to see if it works with a water brush. But those Ohuhu ones are something else. This is stitch bound. I just noticed that. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna start on this side because I know this is gonna annoy me because it's glued to this, and this paper is like a shiny plasticky type of paper, but they glued it to that. I can take it out. It is perforated, but I'm like, that's kind of a waste. Or I can take it out and use it as a test page, but I'm like, eh. So I might leave it alone. I don't know, and just start on this side. Um, it does have an envelope in here, so that's kind of cool. I guess I can put like I don't have any now because I think I tossed most of them, but like the little information pamphlets from whatever watercolors and stuff I get. And I kind of wanted to pull out my watercolors. I've been playing with my Ganzai Tambi. I have those here. I've been using the little plastic thing as a palette because why not? So I've been playing with these, mainly like the greens and like the other colors, but like I think because a lot of the times I get like bigger sets of stuff, I'll probably do like a swatch on this side, illustration on this side, or I'm gonna have to like swatch it small so that all the colors fit. Or what I think I'll do, instead of swatching the whole thing, I think I'm going to just swatch like the primary colors or like a few, red, yellow, blue, and then like some greens and maybe like some browns or something like that. And then do, because I don't think I need to swatch all of them. I just need to swatch some down to see how they work. I think that's what I'll do in here. Because I have a lot of my sets are kind of big. Um, Not all of them. Because like I believe it's my Shinhan. I think I only have 12 of those. So I'll be able to swatch. I should be able to swatch all 12 of these on there. And I do slowly kick myself for not getting that bigger set because I do like these. But I mean, realistically, how much of this paint do you think I'm going to use? So I'm kind of glad I didn't get the big set, but I'm also daily kicking myself for not getting it. But I mean, I have those. And then I also have my Turner, which I believe I got a 24 set. I don't think I have that many colors in here. It might be. No, I don't think it's 24. Maybe 18, somewhere around in there. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 18. Yeah. So something like that. I don't think I need to swatch. But even with these, I don't think I need to swatch that many. I can probably get away with like yellow, blue. This is supposed to be the red, I guess. Oh no, maybe I'll do scarlet. That one looks better. And then maybe like the green. Or maybe this green. No, I like that green. Something like that. And then maybe the brown. These other colors don't really need to be. I mean, I can probably swatch them somewhere else for like my main swatch page. But hello, Wildflower. You have 35 more Ganzai Tambi. 35 more what? Gambi? Okay, Ganzai Tambi, I think is what you're talking about. To have the 100 set? Wow. Yeah, I seen your last video. I said, View has a lot. I was like, my goodness. I don't I don't want to really get 100 of these. I like the Ganzai Tambi. Don't get me wrong. I think they're my favorite watercolors so far. But I don't think I need 100 of those because I don't use watercolor that much. So I think I'm gonna use them as like my learning watercolor, and then once I get somewhat decent with watercolor, I think I'm going to switch it to the Holbein. But once these get some good use out of it, then I'll get a few, because the Holbein watercolors are kind of expensive. Not even kind of, they're expensive. So I'll probably get like 1 or 2 tubes a month or something like that. Once, not right now because I'm not nowhere near as good as I think I am with watercolor. So, but I do like using it. I can't say that I don't like using it, but I'm gonna try to use it more next month because it is watercolor month next month. Technically, I can use my gouache too because they are watercolor, but I want to try to force myself to use actual watercolor. So I'm gonna pull these out. So, but like the I'm gonna put that in there for now. The gotta run delivery of new washer. Okay. Oh, that's always fun. New appliances. I love getting new appliances. You're excited about watercolor month? Yeah. And I know like you might like the lady I was talking about. Her name is Eva Bolt, like lightning bolt on YouTube. Um, she does watercolor, and her little illustrations are so cute. Like I love her art style, but she talks about like the different ones and how she likes them and how she doesn't, and she goes over so many. I haven't even made it through all her videos yet, but she goes over so many like different brands and different types, and I love her granulating video. I just watched it. I think it was Holbein. It was somebody, and it was really good. But you might like her. So yeah, so I want to use this is that, and I must just do a little swatch, and it'll be probably like a simple illustration. A lot of hers are like she'll put her cat characters in like a scene or something like that. So I kind of wanted to do something like that since I do that anyway. I put my characters in like little situations and stuff. So I'm like, I can do that. Maybe like that's something that I want to do. And I've just been trying to like kind of get my desk together because my desk is it's not so much a mess now. It was terrible. I had only like a little bit of space, and now I have like all of this up here, and I have like all of this off to the side. I have so much space, and I kind of like it. So I just need to finish this little corner over here, which is not too bad. It's just a few things that probably don't need to be on my desk. And I'll finish putting some of my acrylic markers into my storage things. I have all or almost all of my Toolie arts are in there. My show arts are in there. My just arts are in there. Um, for the second one, I'm leaving that space for more Toolie arts, but I do want to order another one. I'll have to ask my brother to send me the link because I do like these. So I'll order another one probably in a couple months. Not now because I don't need it now. Um, but and then I can just have all of my acrylic markers like kind of around me on my desk. But that's the plan for that. So, um, what else am I missing? Oh, I still haven't figured out what colors I want to put in here of my Holbein gouache. Because, and I'm just going to move this. I have one with my Turner gouache, and I think there's only, I only put so many. I didn't put all of them in here. I didn't put white. I'm not sure why. No, I think this might be, is this my shin head? No, this is gotta be this is my Turners, but I don't think I'm not sure why I left two open. This has to be my Turners because I see okay, but for some reason I didn't put like a brown in here, which I think I might want to add. I only added two blues, and I think I have like three blues in here. I did put the black, but one of these blues I didn't add. I probably felt like I didn't need it. No, they're all there. One, two. No, I am missing one. I don't know which one, but missing one. But like I see I have, let me just see what colors I have in here. I have this one. This is like the permanent lemon. I see that here. This one is got to be the permanent yellow. I see that there. This is permanent orange, I guess. And then the permanent scarlet. What is this? That might be permanent red. Yeah, that's what that looks like. This one is clearly this rose violet color. This color is pretty. And my Brilliant Violet, which is this one. I see my Permanent Green Light. I'm assuming this is the Permanent Green Mid. Yeah. Which means I didn't put the Viridian in here. It is a nice color, but that one's not in there. I mean, you can only put so many. So I was probably, I might add this yellow ochre in here. I don't know why that's not in there. Obviously I put black. I see that here. I didn't put white, so maybe I'll put those two. But I have white in my Hemi one. So I'm like, do I want to put white or do I want to put, I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have a lot of white, right? I can put white in there. I don't want it, but see, I've already put two darks and I don't want the white next to the dark colors. So maybe I won't put white. Maybe I'll put another brown. I think I'll do those colors because I don't know why I left those two spaces open to begin with. I don't know what I was thinking. That doesn't make any sense. But this turquoise blue, I think that's this one. I do believe I see this Prussian blue definitely in there. That's turquoise. So this blue is either cobalt, which is what I'm thinking. I think this is this ultramarine-ish looking color. Yeah, so which means I skipped out on the sky blue, which I'm fine with. What does it look like? Let's see. Oh wait, this might be the sky blue. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna add this yellow ochre to this. And this burnt sienna. Let me just shake it up because it's kind of warm. So what's everybody working on? You guys working on anything today? Because I've just been doing a lot of like mostly organizing and getting my desk ready. Oh yeah, why don't I have this color in here? That's crazy. I don't have a toothpick to stir it up. I think I have a something. Let me see. I don't have a toothpick. I could yell for him to bring me one, but that toothpick box has a hole in it and he doesn't know it, and it'll be toothpicks all over that floor. I used to have like a little thing that I stir like my paint and stuff up with, but I don't know where it is. Let me see. Whoops. It was just like a little piece of metal, like a metal stick that I had. I could just use a paintbrush, but nobody got time for that. Oh, there's my little stick. I see it. It's at the bottom. That's a terrible spot. Ooh, sorry for the noise. Sorry. I forgot just that fast. I had this microphone clipped to me. You wanting to paint, but you only have cheap sketch paper. Oh, yeah, you got to get some watercolor paper. The Bauhung one. I haven't opened it yet. I haven't tried it. But I hear that one's good. Yuki. Sorry, guys. There's some people outside. They're like arguing or something. So you'll have to excuse Yapper. He's a yapper. Yeah, that's a nice brown. Why was that not in there? And then yellow ochre. Or a paper clip. Yeah. I don't know where I got this stick from. It just kind of appeared and I was like, this would be a good thing to stir my paint with. So that's what I've been using it for. But it's hard to keep up with because it's so thin and tiny. So this is going to take forever to dry. Because I remember when I put these in here, They took a while to dry because it's an airtight container, so it's not supposed to dry right away. But I'm glad I found it because imagine trying to, and I need to figure out the colors for my Holbein one. I've been putting it off because I'm like, I have to choose between like 20 something colors, and it's going to be very hard, but I'm going to try to like complement these these uh these ones here if I can. Because that's what I did with the Hemi. Once I put the Turners in there, and I was like, okay, so now I'm gonna need some that kind of I don't have in here. So then I said, well, I'm gonna need my lighter colors. So, and this one gets used a lot, as you can see. There's like a random piece of like I use these little ones a lot. Um, and then once this is empty, I'll just scoop some more Holbein. I mean, some more maybe Holbein. I don't know if I'll put more Hemi in there because they kind of dry weird, but I need to pick colors out for these. So these are my colors, my Holbein colors. So I'm definitely going to need, let me leave these open so I can see. I should have swatched them so I can see too. I'll probably do a page of swatching for each of these, but I don't think I need another really bright yellow or a dark yellow. But do I need a yellow? Not really, because I have a lemon yellow and another yellow there. So I will probably do an orange. This yellow, though, it does look slightly different from that one, but not too much. I don't think enough for me to worry about it too much. I do know that I want definitely these two reds. And this is the flame red and the carmine. So I do know I want those. So I'm going to grab those. I was going to put my shin hand in here, which I think I might not put my Holbeins in here. I might put the shin hand because the shin hand I have 12 and then I can pick 2 Holbein colors. That's what I think I'm going to do because with the Holbein ones, I kind of like to use those from the tube. And then also I have an another airtight palette that I might put them in where I can actually put all the colors and I don't have to worry about it stressing myself out picking colors because that's what's slowly happening if I can't bring myself to put only some of them in there. It's gonna drive me crazy and I know it. So I'll just put my shin hand in here. I do want to see how these are going to dry anyway. So I don't need to really compare because they'll all fit. I only have 12. Okay. And I really want another set of these. This is the same thing, but it's like a different brand. And I don't know if I particularly like the fact that these come out. So we'll see. But anywho, I'm gonna put these in here. Views. Artist Loft watercolor paper is good and is always on sale. There you go. 300 GSM and there's high count like the other. Okay. These Shinhan ones though. Oh, I think I used it all up because I'm like, why do they feel like I've already like put them into something? I did, but I actually used it up, I think. I had them like in a ceramic palette. All right, geez, okay. Because I was like trying to ask myself, like, do I have these already in another palette? I don't. Before I put them in here. But I think I would put them in here anyway because I kind of like them in here. I don't really want to do this over my sketchbook. Okay, let me move my, and that's why, because I'm good for dropping things. All right, let me move my sketchbook out of the way. And then we'll get back into that in a second. So where's my little stirry thing? And then someone was saying like, I'm not filling mine up all the way, but like if you were to fill yours up all the way, they were saying like fill it up halfway, let it dry, and then fill it up again and let it dry so that it could dry evenly or something of the sort. I don't know anything about that, but they were saying like it helps prevent mold and all that stuff. But I'm kind of on a no buy, but I do want to get a couple of more palettes. That came out so weird. I do want to get a couple more like palettes. I want to get one for my Holbeins, a bigger one. I wish they had bigger ones like these. That way I can just put them all in there. But I want to get one, and I want to make sure it's airtight. I like to put my gouache in the airtight ones because when I put in a regular one, they just dry and they don't, you know, it's, you can still re-wet them and stuff like that, but I think they perform better in the other one. This is a scarlet. Uh-oh, why are we getting stuck? Don't start. Okay. But yeah, I want to just focus on watercolor and gouache. So my paint markers are going to take a little bit of a back seat next month. I mean, I'm still going to use them in my sketchbook, my regular sketchbook, but I want to focus on my watercolor sketchbooks and things like that for next month. And for those wondering, I don't really do tutorials, especially with watercolor, because I don't know what I'm doing with watercolor. I'm more of a just come and hang out with me while I figure it out and make a fool of myself. So for anybody that's new around here, it's not, my channel is not a tutorial channel. Now I can do some coloring tutorials as far as like colored pencils, some of them, but watercolor and stuff like that, I don't know. I'm still learning. So, and even when I do tutorials, it's mostly just me rambling about what I am learning as I go type of thing. So I wouldn't exactly call it a tutorial. It's more of like a learn with me type of thing, or come hang out while I attempt whatever it is I'm attempting for the day. View's good at watercolors. Yep, I'm throwing View under the bus. She's good with watercolors. I am not. So I'll do the blues next, I guess. And then I could just do like them down here maybe. And then put the black and white, or the white and the black here, and put the rest of the colors here. I kind of want that white by itself though. I think I'm gonna put the white down here. We'll figure it out. Your favorite watercolor paper is the Meeden 100% cotton. Who did I just see? Someone just I'm just gonna go across. Who was it? Somebody just did like a meet and haul on YouTube. I've been watching so many like watercolor and gouache videos. I can't keep up with who all does what. Um, they just did a meet and haul, and they were talking about that paper, and I was like, I said, all right, well, I think once I am done trying like the other paper, because I have the bao hung paper that I want to try that I haven't tried yet. And then I still have to try my Strathmore one I haven't tried, in my Lightwish one that I just showed you guys. So I think once I try those, then I'll branch out depending on what I like. I gotta figure out if I like hot press or cold press, because um, I'm not sure which one I like yet. I haven't even tried the hot press yet. The only hot press ones I have is um, the Lightwish and the Bao Hung. Ooh, I don't have any arches. Arches is expensive. I don't have any of that yet. I feel like maybe once I get better, then I can safely be like, okay, maybe I'll try one of the expensive ones, and I know I'm not gonna screw up the paper with a terrible drawing or something like that. I don't know. I can only imagine. So I haven't tried arches yet. I'm gonna say yet because one day. Hi, Brittany Daniels. What what brand of gouache paint are you using to fill that palette? This is the Shinhan gouache, designer gouache. I just have the 12 set, but they do have like other sets. They have like a set A and a set B or something like that. Um, I just went with the 12 set because, and there's a reason. When I first got them, I was like, I don't know, because I think I tried like their watercolor or something, and I was like, I wouldn't say I wasn't a fan of it, but um, it was something about it that I wasn't really liking. So I was kind of scared when it came to the gouache, even though I heard people say like the gouache was good. I was still kind of skeptical because I'm like, well, good artists out there can do anything with anything, they can say it's good, but I just like with the Himi, I don't want to learn with something that's going to be difficult for me to use. So I was kind of skeptic. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to get the 12 set. Um, I think this Bao Hung is supposed to be 100% cotton, but I haven't tried it yet. I haven't opened it. It's still in the package. Because I hear that 100% is the best paper, but I think that one might be, I don't remember if the Lightwish one is or not, but the Bao Hung one is definitely supposed to be. Says it on the package. Now, if it actually is, I would know. I don't know. I might know the difference when I use it, but as of now, I don't really know the difference. Um, I just kind of, I kind of just play around with different stuff to see what I like and so on and so forth. The only expensive thing that I know I will spend my money on is my Holbein uh and my Turner gouache, acrylic or regular. I'll spend my money on that because I can use that. Um, but I still don't think I am that great to where I can just make that investment on that especially that Arches paper. That paper is expensive. I went in the store and seen that and was like, I know you lying. And you only get like what, 15 sheets or something like that on most of them. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I have the heart. But one day I will. Yeah, I have the Holbein gouache. I have some of those. I haven't tried Daniel Smith or Winsor and Newton. Um, but I most of the videos I watched, they all say that they prefer the Holbein, which is no surprise to me because Holbein is actually really good. All their stuff is good. So and that's why I'm like kind of dying to try their watercolors, but I'm not good with watercolors enough to, you know, to just make that jump yet. Especially because I'm not that's not my main medium. So it's hard for me to go and spend that money on them knowing that I'm not going to use them that much or that well because I don't know what I'm doing with watercolor like that to be you know what I mean? So Bao Hung is 100% cotton. Oh, it is. Okay. The sizing will go off eventually. What does that mean? Are you telling me my paper is going to expire? That's a thing? It's so warm here that my paint is like doing very weird things. Hold on. I should have wiped that off before I put that cap back on because it's going to be hard to get this cap off the next time I try to open it. Hang on. Bao Hong is the same as Meeden. Oh, okay. It's just branded as Meeden here. Oh, okay. I see. So it's the same. Maybe spend the money on a piece of the bigger size, 100% cotton watercolor, and cut it down. Oh, okay. I see. So I need to use it before it expires. Okay. I was trying to. I'm gonna have to wipe this off here. Hang on. I feel like this is wasting paint, but um, it's gonna be hard for me to open this tube back if I don't wipe it off. All right. It's still quite a bit in there, but it should be fine. Yeah, there we go. All right. Ain't gotta be perfect, but that's close enough. That's interesting. Watercolor paper can expire. I feel like I got mostly binder out of this. I need to stir this a bit more. Some of these, I feel like they need to be like shooken up and stuff. We'll see when it dries. It's in there now. All right, and then so I'm gonna put white over here and black way over here. I should probably label these. I also should probably do two things of white, but one should be fine. And some of these, like the consistency is off. Some of them are nice and thick, and then some of them are like super watery. I did notice that. Still, I do like using these though, even though, you know, but it honestly be like that. And honestly, I think it's got something to do with where I live at too, so it's fine. I hardly use black. I don't even know why I put that in there, but you never know. I might need it for something. So it's there. I've been trying to make my own grays. So there we go. All right. Okay. And then what I kind of want to do is get like I have some labels or something and just put on the bottom once it dries what each one is. These are dry. But like except for this one because I don't know if I want to keep the Himi gouache in there. I can put it on there for now. But I almost didn't know what this was. I was like, what are these? And I was like, oh, these are my Turners. So now I have Turner, Mahimi, and Shinhan. I know my Holbein ones is looking at me sideways because I don't have them in a thing yet. But I like using those straight out the tube. But I do want to see what they're like once they're in a palette and dried. Where is I have like sticker paper, but I thought I had like some labels too, like blank labels. Do I feel like looking for them? Not really. I think what I'm gonna do, because I have this tape here that's covered in dog fur because it fell on the floor. All right. I'm just gonna put a strip of tape underneath it. And that way I can peel it off when I need to. These are dry, so I can just do it for this one. Right? And then I have a Sharpie somewhere around here. And I can just write Himi. Yep. Boom. And I can do the same thing for the other two, but obviously not right now because they're wet. So got that out of the way. I do have 24 of these and I just don't have a palette for them. So I'm going to have to order. If I can find a big one of these, that would be great. Otherwise, I would have to get two and then I would have space for others. These came in a 2-pack, which I really liked. This one I had to buy separate, and I don't like the way that the pans are just in there. Because when I first opened it, they were sticking to the top of this. So I'm not even going to close this all the way. I'm going to let it dry partially open because I don't want those pans to stick. If they're going to stick, I want them to stick while it's dry, not while it's still wet. But these I do want to swatch. Okay, so in my Lightwish thing, because I'm not gonna swatch all of them. I know I'm gonna swatch the main color. So I have like, how many yellows do I have? I think 2. So I will probably swatch. I prefer the permanent yellow over the lemon yellow. This lemon yellow is just too bright for me. So I'm probably gonna swatch that. As for as the blues, I'm going to swatch. There's a couple of blues. I have pure blue, turquoise blue, ultramarine blue, Prussian blue. So I'm thinking, let me just check the swatch here, which one of these blues, because I have 4 of them. Just for the purpose of swatching, I might do this blue for the Lightwish one. That's the ultramarine one. That one's pretty transparent though. I do like this blue, but I feel like this blue is going to go better with this yellow. So we'll go with that. That's that ultramarine one. And then For the reds, I'm going to swatch. I always prefer like this really like bright red one, so that's flame red. And then I will swatch a brown, and I'll probably swatch this brown. What is this? This is burnt sienna. And I didn't do a green. Let me pick a green. I'm gonna go with this darker one. This is Permanent Green Deep. I'm gonna go with that one. Let's see, where is it? This one. So I think I'll follow that type of swatching for all of my like I'll follow that same layout for the light wish one. Now let's see, is this 100% cotton? It is. It says it is here. 100% cotton hot press. Now if it is actually, I don't know. But when I opened it, I said it does feel nice. So I'll probably do swatch my Holbeins here and then do some kind of image. It won't be a big image. It'll just be probably like the size over here. I don't know what's going to be in it, but I'm going to use all the colors. I'll just be swatching these colors for the sake of it. And I'm still debating on this green because I wanted to mix them, and I can make my own green. So I may not do the green. I may just do the red, yellow, and blue. And maybe I'll do like red, yellow, blue, and then like the other red, yellows, and blues, like different ones to get different colors. And then do maybe something like that. Light Wish is also Paul Rubens. Okay. So this paper is the same as the Paul Rubens paper? So I'll do half, I guess. I was gonna do this way, but I think most of my like when I do my little characters and scenes and stuff, I think that's most of it is like upward. So I think I might do that. I do a little bit of both, but most of them is kind of upward. So maybe I'll just do that. Yeah. And then do like a little scene or something. It won't be nothing too crazy, like, or anything. Yeah, most of them are upward. So I think I'm gonna split it maybe like that. I'll put a piece of this down. And I'm not gonna draw out a whole scene here today, but I will do so maybe about there. And then that is so crooked. Jesus. And I also didn't do this long enough, but that's fine. That leaves quite a bit of space for whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's still crooked. It leaves quite a bit of space for the image, and then I can do the swatch over here. Though I feel like I could have just did this with a ruler. I don't think I necessarily need the tape. I can just where is my ruler? Here. Because I want probably about that enough for the swatch. And then the other side can be the image. Or I can do it this way. But it won't be like a ton of swatching. It'll just be like some mixed colors and stuff like that. Is it artist tape? It is some 99-cent store. It was like they labeled it as painting tape. Um, but it was $1 and I got it. So I'll just do like a very light line. Yep, that's good. And that side will be for the image. Um, and then, you know, I'll write like the name. So this is I'm just going to write, okay. It's Holbein. Should probably do this in pen, but it should be fine in pencil. This is the Holbein artist gouache. Right, and then I'll just put the colors there. Now, I don't know if I want to use my Stay Wet palette for the gouache. I mean, I could. I really want to use that for my acrylic gouache, but I don't have a clean, what you call it? I do have this one, which already has some of the colors on it already, but I don't feel like trying to figure out which is which. So I guess we won't be doing that because my palette is in the kitchen. It's soaking. And I want to keep my Stay Wet palette for my acrylics. But I'm going to do that. I really probably should do this in pen. Just because it's hard to see in pencil. And when I flip it open, I kind of want to be able to see it. I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's eraser or what. Okay, it came off, so it's fine. I will use my brown Bianyo pen. I really like these pens. And they weren't even expensive. That's the cool part. And they don't get like they don't get caught on the paper or anything like that. They are smooth. Okay. And I know you guys can't see that. I write really small. I'm sorry. But I just have the name of it there. And then this is the swatch and play area here. And then I'll do an image over here. I don't know what image I want to do. So that's that. But I'll figure that part out. And then what I normally do, because this has been bugging me, I normally take this off. All the information is right here on the front, so I don't have to do any MacGyvering. I can just cut this right off. And cut it off about right there. I don't need anything on the back because all the information is on the front. Yeah. And then what I normally do is tape it in the front here with my double-sided tape, which I really don't know. I keep losing that thing, and I keep saying, oh, I'm going to put it somewhere where I'm not going to lose it, and then I put it somewhere where I think I'm not going to lose it, and then I forget where I put it. But I'll get to that. Sometimes I'll put it in the back if there's an envelope. I'll stick it back here, but most of the time I put it up front. So it's going to go up front whenever I decide to find my double-sided tape. When I think of Stay Wet palette, I tend to think of a name brand palette that has a piece. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I showed it in my last haul. That's exactly what it is. This is the Masterson's one. And I set it up last night. So I see that the silver is definitely still wet. And I don't know why I stuck my finger in there thinking that it wasn't gonna be. But yeah, I try to keep this for my or I'm gonna try to keep it for my acrylic wash though. So that is that. And I've just been trying to like do a lot of different things. So oh, it does. I was gonna say the only thing about this one is it doesn't have a thing, but it does. It was just hiding in the back. Thank goodness. Okay. I love when they have the band to keep it closed. So that's great. I don't have any images on watercolor paper that we can do, but I guess I can open it just to see what it feels like. But I feel like if I open it, I'm gonna speed up the expiration date. Now that you all tell me that it expires, um, I am slightly concerned. But I guess I could work on some of because I do want to finish this up. So the only thing I have left to do on here, like I said, I did want to add some metallic watercolor to the cherry and to the spoon. I do have the new silver for my Holbein, so I'll probably do that. And the collar of her shirt, I wasn't really sure what to go with. And then, oh, I also wanted to test my paint markers on here because I can't recall. I know I didn't use it here, and I don't think I used it here. So I kind of wanted to see um, and maybe I will use it for maybe the straw, just to like the cup of the straw because um, that's like the smallest thing on the page that I can safely test. So I thought I had a little paper to swatch with. Oh, I do. Okay. Just want to see if I can get the marker started. I probably need to change the nib, but I don't feel like it. So let me pick a different color. I don't take care of my nibs like I should, but take care of your nibs, guys, or they're gonna dry out on you. Jeez, like this one is clearly doing for me right now. Let me just grab an Ohuhu one. I feel like fighting with my Toolyards right now. It's actually really smooth on this paper. That's pretty nice. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't want to say I was necessarily expecting it to be terrible, but it's actually pretty nice. And then I'll do the collar of Bo's shirt, pink. Yeah, it's actually pretty smooth. You don't really have to worry about too much. I haven't quite figured out. I might do brown for his because he still tends to wear. He's a farm boy, so you know he doesn't have a lot of brightly colored clothes, and orange is his favorite color, even though he can't stand carrots. So imagine that. Um, oh no! Oh my goodness. Okay, this is where I get to show you guys how awesome white acrylic paint markers are because I accidentally went over his neck when the book fell just now. Yeah, the brown is nice. when that dries, we'll fix it. So before I go over the spoon with some metallic watercolor, I do want to go over it with a gray paint pen, simply to make it easier for the watercolor to shine a little bit better. And then this is like gray. All right. So that should be dry. So I'm going to take my white. And this is like that really ghetto white that they sent me that was like half full. Most of it was gone already, but I'm just going to go over it. See? All gone. Perfect. And then right here over the napkin, because I got a little brown on it at some point, it seems. So when you have mistakes like that, you can fix them with white. And then the cup is actually white. I'm going to add a little gray for the shadow, but and then once it dries, we'll add a little gray. And then I want to outline this straw because I was going to outline the whole thing, but I think just certain pieces and I have to re-go over this. Certain pieces, and then for them, I was just going to do like their skin, but I am going to do their clothes too, because otherwise it might look a little strange. So it looks a little better when I outline their clothes. I feel like it pops a little bit more. Then I think I'm gonna also with this cup because I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do with white, and I'm not ready to learn that yet. So it just gets outlined for now, and then we can figure it out. I'll watch a video or something. There. All right. So let me grab my metallic watercolor paints. What do I have for silver? I feel like that might be too silver. But this cherry, I am going to use this one. And I'll probably need 2 layers of that. And then we'll wait till it dries to see the silver one on the other hand. Hopefully, okay. So there's some shine there. I don't think I need shine anywhere else. I could put a little bit like on the cup, like a little white shimmer on the shake. Just to give the cup a little bit of shine. Right. So, all right. There's that. Just a little bit. I added a little bit on this one too, on Bo's buckle. I didn't add any on this one, but I might. Well, no, I'm leaving it. I'm calling it done. All right. So this one, I'm calling it done. We're calling it done. Um, Time to move on from it. That one was really fun though. What is today? Today is the 26th. Okay. So we're calling that one complete. So that's 3 done in June. I did one on the 8th, or I finished one on the 8th. I finished one on the 17th and finished this one today. So I'm not doing back and front for this. I'm just doing one side. But if I finish it and I'm tempted, then I might go back and do some on the other side. But I'm ready to do the next image. I don't know what it is going to be, but I'm ready for the next one. um, this one, like I said, this is also kind of like my learning one, but I'm having a little bit more fun in this one. I'm exploring and trying to make it look good still, but also learning, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I kind of wanted to go over today. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Um, so hopefully, with this new microphone, you guys can hear me loud and clear, even when my voice is like fading out at the end. And I think it's supposed to have noise cancellation on it too. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's it. Um, Hopefully the next time you guys see me back on, um, I'll have some kind of progress in that Light Wish book, and then hopefully I'll have a new image here. Because that's I'm gonna mainly be focusing on my watercolor sketchbooks because it is watercolor month next month. So I'm gonna try to do images in here and also in my Light Wish one, which is this one. This is like my swatch book though. So this it'll have images in it, but it's mainly just to swatch my stuff. Um, and then yeah, I'm just gonna hopefully play around with watercolor and gouache. I have my Gonzai Tambi; those are out. My gouache is always out, but I have my Gonzai Tambi; they're out, and I'm ready for next month. Ready to learn, ready to figure some stuff out, and I'll be watching a lot of different channels. I'm almost positive Eva will have. She does live streams too, but I'm almost positive she's gonna have some cool stuff. Um, And that's just me wishful thinking, but you never know. She's a watercolor artist, so check out her channel. She has no idea who I am, but check her out anyway because she's really good. And I go and I watch her channel for like just to put on while I'm doing my own art thing, but it's also really cool to watch her paint and watch her paint her own. She paints her own artwork, so that's also really good. Something for me to watch while I do my own artwork and check her out. She's pretty cool. View does watercoloring now. She doesn't do her own watercolor, uh, like drawings or anything, but she's a better watercolorist than I am. So yeah, um, and I mean like water, like actual watercolor paint. She uses that stuff way more than me. I am not great with it. I am okay for my learning level, but not quite where I want to be. So hopefully next month, I can get a little bit of watercolor in and maybe learn some stuff. You'll show your small collection of watercolor books and play with. Yeah, see, View knows what she's doing. Me, I'm just playing around until I learn something at some point. I'm gonna keep this one on my desk because I'm gonna play around with these once my palette is clean. It's in there soaking because it was a mess. It was a hot mess. So it's soaking in some soapy water, and then I'll play around in this, and then I'll figure out here what I want to draw next. And then here I just kind of look at my old sketchbooks and either create a new image or um, pick something from here. I had one in here that I wanted to do. It was like a small one, but I wanted to make it bigger, and it was where is it at? Jeez, now that I'm looking for it, um, it was this one here that I might do. So I might do that one next. I also have one with Bo at a cat cafe, a cat house. Can't really see it, but I might do that one in the light wish one. And I just kind of go through here and I look and see like which ones I either want to make into a full image or just directly copy over and do in watercolor. I have some like smaller ones, and I really want to do this one too to practice like the glow effect and stuff. Actually, maybe I'll do that one next. That would be cool. So we'll see. Let me put because I'll forget that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna just stick something in there. But yep, and just put that one here, and that might be the next image, most likely. Um, but yeah, I'll be in these two mostly. I also have my Arteza one. This one's like really tiny, but this is another one that I have. And this one was I had swatched. I was mixing greens with my Turner acrylic gouache. I'm glad I wrote down which ones I mixed because some of these are really good. So I wrote color mixing and testing. So I guess that's what this book was supposed to be for. But I did a potion bottle in like this thing here the other day. This was watercolor. Um, don't really like the way it came out, but but I guess I'll use this as my color mixing and testing book because that's what I wrote. But I don't know. We'll see. Might change it up. But mainly, I'm gonna be in these two for next month for a while. This is the one I take to work. I take my main one to work, so I'll still be getting like main sketches in. I'm almost done with this book, so I'm got this much left now. So I'm knocking out the pages. This one I take to work. So I'm at home. I'm mainly gonna be in these two. Um, so that's it. That's it for the day. I will catch you guys probably Sunday, most likely. Um, and I will probably do some acrylic painting. I keep touching this because I'm wanting to see like I'm kind of trying to see how long it takes before it dries. and the paper is pretty nice. I mean, I had to soak it, and then I had to do the sponge, and it was saying like yeah, the sponge is pretty, it's pretty wet still. So just been playing around. I'm trying to see how long it takes for it to dry. Right, gotta practice the sketch every day. Exactly. I refuse to fall out of habit again. So um this one though, this book here, this one I'm just gonna, like I said, it's just my practice sketchbook where I learn different stuff. So still gonna be in this one as well. But next month it's watercolor time. And when I say watercolor, for me, I mean gouache. I'm gonna use less of the acrylic gouache and more of the gouache because gouache is just watercolor, but it's more opaque. So I'll be using mostly that, but I will be using regular watercolors too. So I will catch you guys probably Sunday. I'm going to go make some lunch and relax for the rest of the day. And if anybody goes live, I'll most likely be in chat. All right. Bye, guys. See you Sunday. Bye.